Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Dungeon Corp Dungeon Dive Season 23. I'm Sam Shields, back here with my co-host, Sedabo.
Good evening, good morning, or good whatever time of day it is, wherever you are. Welcome back, and it's great to be back with this group of adventurers, and to see what the dungeon has in store for us tonight.
When we left, they had completed level 5, just one room, but what a room it was.
That's right, Sam. There were giant statues wielding enormous hammers that shot off elemental magic. There were teleport traps at the end of the hallways that kept anyone from escaping. And there was an underwater version of the room with magic bracers that were the key to the whole thing.
And don't forget, that lake was filled with very unhappy aquatic elves. We had fireballs, lightning, and life-sucking magic that looked like it really hurt.
And let's not forget about the ballista that centaur had. Wow, Sam.
That's right, Sedabo. WoW is the only way to sum up level 5 of the dungeon. Now tonight, we continue with this team as they try to tackle level 6. They found their way out of level 5 to end up on a grassy hill in a dark, kind of creepy looking landscape. What can you tell us about it, Sedabo?
Creepy is right, Sam. The team made their way out of level 5 to end up on a hilltop. The sky is very cloudy and gray, feels like dusk. There's a mist or fog collecting in the valleys between the rolling hills. It probably looks beautiful in the daytime, but that's the problem. It's never daytime around here.
What do you mean, Sedabo? It's overcast all day?
No, Sam. It's never day.
Oh. As beautiful and tranquil as that room was on level 5, this level looks equally sinister.
That's right, Sam. You were dead on with the sinister. Let's look at a map of this area. Here's the hill where the party entered this level. You can see they are surrounded by a beautiful landscape of rolling hills, but as you mentioned, Sam, it has a creepy feel to it. That's because of this area over here.
The area with all the dots around that building?
That's right, Sam. If we zoom in, we can see those dots are gravestones. The team teleported into the domain of a Lich Queen.
Oh my.
The building you pointed out is her manor, and the area surrounding it is a very large graveyard. If we move to a side view, we can see that underneath the 2-story main house is the family's private crypt and catacombs.
That sounds horrifying, Sedabo. What do you think this level is about?
That's a great question, Sam. These kind of levels are hard to pinpoint right away. Clearly, the Lich Queen is the key to it all, but how? Does the team have to defeat her? Befriend her? Yeah, right. Turn her to good? Or perform some kind of quest? It's anyone's guess at this point.
Sounds like quite a puzzle, Sedabo.
But there's even more than that, Sam. The level could have multiple ways it can be approached, and a different outcome will await our adventurers depending on the path they take. My money is that the catacombs are the main path, since the Lich Queen's tomb is surely down there.
Looks like we have another great level in store for us, Sedabo? Let's take a look at our team and see how they came out of level 5.
Considering what they were up against, they managed quite well, Sam. Looking at their stat sheets, they have very little damage and no lost equipment. Where they are suffering, though, is on magic. They used quite a bit of energy fighting the challenges in level 5. They need to be more conservative if they are going to complete their contract and clear 2 more levels without a long rest.
Let's listen in as the team acquaints themselves with this new level.
I don't like the look of this.
Mother Goddess, look upon us.
Okay, everyone, bring it in. Let's see how we're doing. How's everyone on hit points? I took a nasty shot from that life sucker, but used a potion to recover. Gunza, you took a hit too. How are you?
This is good, Sam. They are doing a check-in while they are relatively safe. They can adjust their strategy for this level.
I'm good. I healed up quickly when we were out of the fight.
I am sufficient. Down a negligible amount. Nothing to worry about.
We're both full.
Good. How else are we doing? I used up my high-energy projectiles, but have plenty of other shot types for the next couple of levels, though my tripod seems damaged. I used 1 bull rush and my frenzy. I should get that back in an hour or so, and have a couple more bull rush uses until that refreshes.
I have to account for approximately 25% of my magic capacity.
I have a feeling we're going to need you a lot on this level. Can you recharge?
You've used about half of our magic power. It doesn't feel like we can absorb any here. Feels very negative.
Aye, agreed. The magic energy here is repugnant, leaves a disgusting taste in my mouth.
Okay, sounds like we're starting in good shape. But we need to be conservative as we can't refuel easily. You two need to focus on your physical skills as much as you can. Remember, each level will get harder as we go. We want to save as much for that last level as we can.
We got out of that last level without much of a scratch.
We were lucky, Gonzo. If we had to fight those things again, we'd be almost drained of magic, and who knows if we would have all survived. You felt that life sucker just like me. Let's be cautious. We can find ourselves in trouble in a hurry down here, especially since our casters are on a cap.
Before we get started on this one, I vote we have some lunch. I'm starving.
Yes.
Agreed. Wise plan to nourish ourselves.
Good idea. Let's take a break for something to eat. And enjoy a nice, refreshing gobbo juice.
Oh, come on, really? Duarte's showing off his popularity with a product spot. Sounds good, actually.
I'm with you, Z. Do we have any gobbo juice in here?
I'll be right back.
Whoa, where you going, big man? Don't wander off on your own.
I got to go. You can help if you want.
No, but I'll watch your back. And come with us. Let's take care of this now before we move on. When we get back, you two can go.
Yes, affirmative.
I guess this is one way to check out your environment.
Ha! Yeah, Sam. They have to find a safe place, and Duarte's being smart about it. No one goes off alone. The last thing you want is to be out on your own with your pants down and have a black dragon jump you.
When they say there's no resting, they really mean no resting, don't they? Okay, well, it looks like the team is getting themselves in order and taking a short break. We'll join them with a quick commercial break while the team finishes their check-in. We'll be right back after this to start off tonight's episode. Level 6, right here after this. Fans of Elaine, help her out!
Gobbo gummies, stick 'em in your face and get 'em in your tummy. They're so good, they're so yummy. Everybody loves some Gobbo gummies. Gobbo gummies. Now available in extra aromatic durian fruit flavor. Get yours today.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready here to get going with this level. When we left, the team was at the top of a hill regrouping after level 5. They're all set now, and we also had some fans weigh in on tonight's episode. Thanks so much to Pretty Pixie Sixie for sending a magic power-up to Anella. I'm sure she appreciates your help. What do you think their plan will be, Setabo?
They will probably check out the environment, get the lay of the land and what the natural risks are. That way, when they need to fight or run, they will not have many surprises.
These hills are blocking my long-range vision. Anyone see anything?
Negative. Just darkness and cold.
No, it's hard to see in this environment.
That's what I was afraid of. The environment here is putting us on our heels right from the start. Keep your eyes open.
Duarte starts down the hill, and it looks like he's going almost due north. He's not going towards the Lich's manor, but not really away from it either. We'll track them on a map that you can watch as an overlay.
The terrain here is keeping them from seeing the manor and the graveyard. I think they are going to see if they can find a road or some indication of where they need to go.
The rest of the team falls in behind Duarte. This time we have Elaine right behind him, the twins flanking her on either side, and Gunza bringing up the rear. As they are making their way down the hill, Duarte stops and holds up a hand.
Hold up. I want to analyze this fog.
Come on, man, it's fall. This place is creepy, but it's harmless.
The team stops, except for Gunza, who walks past the team and keeps on going.
There goes Gunza again, just like last week. Rook needs to learn some patience.
Hey, hold up.
But it doesn't look like the rest are ready to fall in line this time. Duarte grabs his arm as he passes by. Gunza looks down at his arm in Duarte's grip and then back up into his face.
You better let go.
Calm be with you both. There are adversaries enough in this dungeon.
Just hold up. Give me 5 minutes to check this out before we go wandering into some trap.
Trap? It's an open field. Man, you're paranoid.
Agreed. Let's go.
Well, the good feelings of completing level 5 are right out the window now, Zetabo. We seem to have a disagreement going on here.
Yes, Sam, this is strange. They were very friendly when they arrived and took a break to eat. I I wonder if the negative energy of this place is affecting them. Notice that the two most naturally aggressive them are the ones causing the friction.
Interesting theory, said a bow.
Let's be smart and all. Just a few minutes to be safe.
Whatever, man, just hurry up.
It looks like the team has agreed to stop for a couple of minutes to analyze the fog. Duarte is playing with his fancy goggles, turning small dials or something like that.
I'd get good money to look through those things.
Well, it's not just water vapor, I can tell you that.
Oh, and it looks like it was a good idea after all.
That Duarte is one smart adventurer. I'd love to have had him on my team back in the day.
I'm seeing some other chemical in it. Very low concentration. Natural, maybe from a plant or fish? Kipdimeth.
Diffuses dimethyltryptamine. It's from fish.
Chris, for what?
Highly toxic hallucinogen. Anela and I are naturally immune, but it would have the rest of you running around who knows where.
So what? I'm resisting the poison. Let's go.
Gunza doesn't seem to be sold on the danger here, Sam. Still acting aggressive.
Hang on. We need to figure this out. We can't just go waltzing into poison traps. Resistant isn't immune. We can't have you thinking the rest of us are your enemy. Bah.
There goes Gunza again. He's continuing down the hill.
Damn it.
Duarte is starting after him.
We'll go. You stay here.
Anela and Anole leap into action and glide around the rest of the team and in front of Gunza.
Good word choice there, Sam. Those two are so smooth.
Out of the way before I make a belt out of you.
Oh, that was the wrong thing to say.
Gunza is reaching out a hand to push the twins aside, but before he can even get his hand out, Anole swoops around and is up on his back. He has one arm around him and a dagger at his throat.
Try it, fat boy.
Gunza is spinning around, flailing his arms, trying to get Anole off his back. Anela holds up a hand.
Looks like she's about to cast a spell here, Sam. This is getting out of hand.
Enough!
Whoa! Ah! What was that flash of light? I can't see anything.
Holy crapes! I feel like my eyes have been burned out of my head.
The darkness of this place has infected your mind, warrior.
Is Elaine's voice amplified? Sounds like she's echoing.
She's definitely using some magic to increase her presence. Look at her sheet, it's up to 35.
So, Elaine set off a burst of light and froze everyone in their tracks, and it also seems to have burned out the fog.
That's a nice bonus, Sam.
She walks over to Gunza and reaches up to grab his head. She looks up and pulls his head down to face hers.
Be still.
Her face begins to glow. Gunza blinks.
Our compatriot failed his saving throw when you three left. The air infected his mind, amplifying aggression. I've calmed him for now, but it will return and get worse. We need to cleanse this place to cure him, mother willing.
Okay, team, we're on the clock. Thanks, Elaine, for identifying this. Anyone else affected?
Aye, him.
Elaine points to Anole, who is now on the ground next to Gunza, his dagger still out. He takes a step back and raises his dagger up toward Elaine.
Anila, can you calm him? We can't continue to waste energy quarreling amongst ourselves.
Well, it looks like our team is getting off to a rocky start here on this new level.
That's right, Sam. All those traps we talked about but didn't see on level 5 have shown up here, and they're making things difficult for the party. They aren't your traditional spike pit or poison dart either. Much more subtle traps that affect the minds of the adventurers. This level is going to be a challenge.
We see Anole is still affected by whatever they ran into on their lunch break. He is facing directly at Elaine now. His dagger is out and he looks ready to strike.
Back, woman. Leave sister alone.
Anole sidesteps between Elaine and his sister, still pointing his dagger at Elaine. She puts her shield down and shows her hands. Gunza steps back behind Elaine, while Duarte remains where he was when this started.
I think since they all know he's being affected by mind control, they're trying to ease tensions by staying out of it, rather than choosing sides.
I'm giving him some of my chi and focusing on his mind. I hope that will do it.
How long?
Hold on for another 10 to 15 seconds. That should be good. Keep talking to him.
Elaine starts to back up.
Uh-oh. She doesn't know Gunza's right behind her.
She takes one step, and then on her next step, her foot lands right on Gunza's massive boot. She stumbles a little and puts her hand down.
Oh no.
Noel springs forward in a flash. He's right up on her before she even steadies herself.
My goodness. No one on this team can match that.
Except for his sister, who is right there with him. Noel tries to strike at Elaine, but Anella grabs his arm. Noel spins away, losing his dagger, and stares at Anella with fire in his eyes. He then looks around at the rest of the party.
His eyes have turned red. He may be going to magic as a backup since he lost his weapon.
You're right, his eyes are glowing. It looks like Anella is casting something too.
She may be trying to counter him quickly before he gets his spell off.
Doesn't look like she was fast enough though, said Bo. He starts to sprout some wings and then look, he transforms into some kind of bird and takes to the sky. He's enormous. Maybe he's planning to attack from above?
I don't think so, Sam. He must have thought that since he was 1-on-4, his best action is to retreat and reassess his options. You're right though, he's big and beautiful. I think he polymorphed into an osprey.
Damn it! Should have known. He loved that maneuver when outnumbered.
Track him.
On it! He's heading off to the east.
Anol is flying right toward the manor now, said Bo. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Not a chance, Sam. The negative energy that affected his mind must be drawing him there.
Once again, we have a split screen with Anol off on his own. This time, he's in the sky instead of underwater.
Look, the fog is coming back in too.
It's coming in from the same direction that he just flew off.
Ah, good eye, warrior. You are right. That cannot be chance.
Well, everyone, the chase is on. We'll take a break here. We'll come back and watch the race towards the manor right after this.
Hey there, Orc. What are you doing sitting on your couch like a lazy human? Having trouble getting angry? Staying angry? Come to our anger management classes designed especially for your anger needs. Get up, get out, get fierce. Contact us now at Orc Fury.